Hi, good evening. Adam Longo with you alongside Delia Gonsalves. Happening right now in front of the Supreme Court. Hundreds of women's rights activists demonstrating at the National Women's Strike. We are so glad you're with us here for WSA 9 News at 4.
That's right. It's one of 8 strikes happening around the country today on the 2nd anniversary of Dobbs versus Jackson. Of course, the Supreme Court decision that overturned Roe v. Wade. Our Melissa Kim is live at the Supreme Court with a lot of activity happening behind you, Melissa.
Yeah, hey there, Adam and Delia. This is kind of what's been happening for the last 2 hours since we got here in front of the Supreme Court steps around 2 o'clock. I want to give you a look at exactly what's happening here right now. You see people of all ages, all backgrounds, all ethnicities here to make sure that their voices are being heard today. And while hundreds of activists are here defending reproductive rights and expanding reproductive health care, people who support the other side, pro-life activists, are here as well. At times, people on opposing sides engaging in heated conversations, as this is a topic that many people are passionate about. I spoke to a 15-year-old girl from Roanoke who came up last night so she could partake in this strike, as well as a D.C. native who is making sure that her side is heard.
It's just our bodily autonomy, and it's being taken away by old white men who don't know what it's like to be a woman, to have a uterus, to be scared to walk the streets alone.
I'm here to celebrate because we have saved thousands of lives since Roe fell 2 years ago, but clearly all these people still think it's okay to murder human beings. And so we're going to come here and we're going to have our voices heard.
Back here live now, the organizer of today's strike told me that this was all organized by the younger generation, so people from the DMV here in their teens and 20s, and she said she finds that inspiring that these young people are getting engaged even if they can't even vote yet. We're live outside the Supreme Court. I'm Melissa Kim, WUSA 9.
Absolutely. Young ladies there making their voices heard. Melissa, thank you so much for that report.
To another high-profile issue now involving the Supreme Court. The justices have agreed to take up a case on whether states can restrict gender-affirming care for children. So the case was brought by the Biden administration, challenging a ban on transgender care enacted last year in Tennessee. So that ban outlaws hormone therapy and puberty blockers for children, and it imposes civil penalties for doctors who violate the law. Now, in recent years, other states have enacted their own laws restricting transgender care. The Supreme Court will hear this case in the fall.
And this week, the Supreme Court is also expected to release opinions on several other high-profile cases. One of those includes the limits of presidential immunity and whether former President Donald Trump is immune from charges that he tried to subvert the 2020 election. Again, that decision is expected to be announced before the end of this month, and we are expecting decisions between Wednesday and Friday.